something happened here. I believe, I guess some angle or some issue, and will hold. Why it's here that okay, now it's solved. You can see this in under this ribbon. I have a custom tab with empty. There's nothing. So I can create all my custom shortcuts here directly. Like I'm using history continuously. I'm using like show all the other options. So I can reset transform or center pivot and all those things. So I can create customized shortcuts here. So to create that, let's see, I want to show all. So let's go to display, show all. Without clicking, before clicking, press Control and Shift together and click on all to create that shortcut. Similarly, modify, reset transform, freeze transform, center pivot, reset transform, freeze transform, center pivot. So and plus history, delete by type, Control Shift, history, history. Then select this, history, gone. That's all, everything is back. It makes your life way easier. So we were blocking this. So you can see like everything is coming together slowly, like we're getting there. And they're like, like I can see this section, it's somewhere here. Okay, and plus we have this rocket. And before this, like one thing I noticed, this thing, this area, I need to fix this. Delete, delete inside area. Entire thickness I need to. Reason, like I checked another references, this section is kind of flat, and we have this booster connected here. So I need to fix this. I just delete that section. Grid, draw, and like usually whenever you create anything, so like this, if I do, would move, select image plane also, go to front view and move everything together. So whenever you model anything, make sure it's above grid level, always. Save. Now front views. So we were working on this thing. This was supposed to be okay, this front kneecap or something, the same. So let's hide H or Control H. Have you guys started blocking? It started? No. Hmm? That I understand. That's why. Just give me a second. I'll just upload now only, so it will. Otherwise, I forget things very easily. Mm, it's not here. Okay, admin videos. Okay, I'll upload it today only. Others will forget again. Okay, now I have this cube. Right click, vertex mode. Like right click is your like let's see, vertex mode, UV, edge, and face. So once you start doing it, it becomes very handy. So you can see this particular knee pad, it's in particular angle. So when you start creating this, I'll create in a straight flat version, then I'll rotate it bit. Otherwise, what will happen? It will become very difficult to maintain the shape. And I can use symmetry also now. So like if I want object mode, center pivot, move it, center. I need a cut in the center, shift right click, multi cut, or press shift, perfectly center. Symmetry is on. Then why it's not working? So initially, when you're creating this, make sure you keep it as low as possible. Do not add polygons unnecessarily. I pose, like if I want, like now that I like change the angle, so I'll push it forward. Thickness, multi cut, one cut here, and another cut here. So here I need to extrude these two sections to create this side angles. Okay, then I guess this one is not required because I can see it's like kind of like same plane. Shift right click, extrude, extrude. Like when to modify, then bend it. Please. On only. The only problem with this older version, the width is not working properly. Anyways, I'll just simply delete half of this, but there's no point doing both the side. Delete. So whenever we align, we'll align with the outer edge, just thick with not with this thickness. And this is like curved, so I need one more loop, enter multi-cut here, and one more cut here. From side force, check. Okay, there's the issue, thickness, problem, maintain the thickness, slant bend, and got the side, but side, you see the smooth bend. So I'll slightly -1, select both of them. I can go back to my combine or shift, right click, combine. This also I can do. But they just attach, not merged. Select all the vertices, shift, right click, merge vertex. This way. See and check. Slightly small size. This edge is clearly visible, so I need a supporting loop here to hold this edge. See, slightly broader, clean shape. If you want to like make it a bit more stronger, you can add one more loop here, but this is fine. If you press 2, like numeric 2 from keyboard, so you can see the wireframe of low poly and the smooth version of high poly. The problem I feel this section slightly outside. It's not inside. One more cut. Let's see. Put it inside this curve. Let's see. 3. Okay, this curve is missing. This curve is missing. Cut. Add a cut here. Hmm? Thinner, a little bit thinner, right? That will match. Like we'll do it. It's a circle in shape. Inside also, yes. Yes. Match the thickness also. Backside anyway doesn't matter, it will blend automatically. Now from down, this should be little rounded. And this edge should be prominent. You see it very clearly. This will hold and this example will hold. Delete half again. Combine. Steam. Half. And one more thing to do is edge flow. Shift. Edit edge flow. G. And fix it. Fix it. So, and yeah. Slide inside, make it a bit more curved. And one thing you can see here clearly, this inside thing is visible, right? So I need to reduce it. lost it. I will shift it to zone. Just pick all d -1 combine surface also. Ready. Okay. See what it have. Okay. Similar thing we have here also top of this section plus. So what I can do is I just simply of my shift duplicate pieces. H 5. This is also in angle. See right now it's, you can see it's perfectly straight. Just placing it, so I'll create this depth also here. See now this looks like a sphere, but not sure. It's kind of a sphere, but not completely sphere. Mm. So before that, we have this area, and there are like few more details. Let's add this rocket boost and all these things. Polygon, cylinder, X, scale down, scale up. It tapered it basically. There's a groove you can see, and there is a dent, and then it's going inside. Mode select, alt edge, vertex, piece, delete this section. Let's please delete this section. So stud r. So whenever you have this kind of like 90-degree angle, reduce it slightly, maybe 85, 80 degree. Because whenever you have 90-degree, problem is when you bake it from high poly, it will create a shading. It won't bake properly. Either you have to bevel the corners, like suppose this is my low poly, and high poly will be like this, like not exactly like this. Like high poly, you have to add supporting loops or keep it. It will be smooth. So I'll duplicate. I'll just now I'll do this. Suppose this is my low poly. I'll keep it like this. This works perfectly fine, right? Low poly perfectly fine. There's no extra loops. But if my high poly is smooth, like suppose Control D, multi-cut, one cut here, and press 3. So it will be kind of smooth, almost there, almost same, but you can see corners are all smooth. So this won't bake properly. This will create problem while baking from high poly to low poly. So to fix this, either we have to keep this in an angle, like maybe slightly 80-degree, 75-degree, like that. Not 90-degree doesn't bake. It creates issue. So or like this, bevel it, and this bevel I can control this, slightly bevel it. So you have slightly that bent surface, then you can bake it. Either this or you have to make it slightly angled. Any one of them. So extrude. This section is not visible. And here I guess I can see it here. I have like one groove, then inside, and another groove, and going inside. Close, hold, connect component, and then you can just simply use multi-cut. Okay, connect everything. You want triangle. And this edge also, you can see there is like from this angle it's not visible, not visible, but in our this pink, this thing, I can see outside there's another thickness. Here also one more thickness. So I need to add that shape, selected, extrude, like this. I can create this super quickly. And here I can see the backside is completely flat. Previously I created that design, so that's not required. So all this supporting loop, we could delete, save some time, close hole. Multi-cut. So here I have all this supporting loops. I'll add those later. Let's delete them. All so full loop only. And let's see, there's only one cut that remains here. So what I can do is let this, either I can connect with this or I can connect it here. Because backside is not visible. Because if I want to like create this thing like a quad, so I have to create a quad and continue the entire loop. It will increase a lot of polygons. Then I need to hold this edge, this edge. Also, not go to custom, freeze, reset, history, into D minus 1, right click, shift right click, combine history. So one part at a time will create and will like complete everything, and won't be very, it shouldn't be very difficult. Yes, it will take little time because it's a new interface, new software. It will take little time because I have been using this software for like maybe 10 years, so I'm way more comfortable. So, but like the thing is, like, make sure you know both the software. You can like master one software like Max or Maya, and other software like you should be able to switch. Like in case in your like whichever project you're working on, in case you need to switch from Max to Maya or Maya to Max, you should be able to do that. It's it says you're like basically like highly priced in company because if you're versatile, you can do this software also, this software also. It makes you are like more productive as compared to other people. So learn this. You don't need to like be a master. At least you should be able to model it. And once you start doing UV, you'll understand it's like super duper easy and super fast. We manually do lots of things. Here we lots of things are automated. And in new version of Maya, automatic this thing layout. There's an option is I'll show you something like this. Select this and I want to unwrap it. Suppose though this is the older version, select this and this is my UV template. Just click it. It will open this window. So by default, you can see nothing is there, right? Because there is no in case of Macs, whenever you open, there is some UV somewhere. Maybe it's like this all messed up. But in Maya, there is an option you cannot have UV also. There is no UV for this. So I need to generate. So this option is T. This option is basically automatic. Click this, it will generate this entire thing. No need to do this. I just for your like this thing. I'm showing it. So and then you cannot see any seam, right? So click on this. All the highlighted green is basically seam. Now I can see all the seam. I can select all the edges at once. Shift, right click. Like suppose, okay. So you can see I have also like seam, unwanted seam. It should be one single solid pane. So either I can select from here or I can go here directly, edge, select the entire thing, shift, right click, move and so at once, like without even looking at it, you can fix it. This makes your life like way easier, it's way faster. Like click and like right click up, right click up. So it makes things really fast, super fast. This area, the center, select everything, done. And it a new version, it works on symmetry also. Everything is combined. Yes, and now we have this band. So this is I can just simply double click and we'll stitch it. Double click the entire loop. Last one. Double click entire edge border and stitch this. And let's see this section, right? This back. Oh, oh, double click up. Last edge. I'm just like closing this section. Double click and now everything is. But if you can see, UV is not perfect, like because you can see some distortion. So fix this. Shift, right click, smooth UV tool, unfold. It works on any one of the UV shell at any given point of time. Oh, and in newer version, shell is in down. It now the older version is up. So I'm used to that they're moving the continuously doing that. Fold, unfold, and this is like older unfold. And now there was still there is software 3D code. There was a software still there. So now 3D code have amazing UV technique, amazing UV format. So now now it's built in Maya newer version. You just click and it opens everything, almost everything. So unfold, unfold. Newer version it works really fast. It's still slow older one. Now if I this is my this thing history. Let me apply a checker history. By default, whatever you create in Maya, there is a material called Lambert one, which is you cannot it's default. You cannot delete it, cannot modify it. If there is nothing applied to the material, it will be green in color. Like solid, vibrant, fluorescent green color. That means it's no material assigned. So usually that rarely happens. Whenever you generate anything by default, Lambert one is assigned to it. So this is my Lambert one. If I want, I can modify this, but technically, we never use this material. Lambert one we never use because this is default. Because we have to change the name and everything. So for this, you cannot do anything. You cannot change the name, cannot change the type, cannot do anything. That's why you never use this. Always change the material. Like suppose all, I'll select everything together at once. Right click, assign new material. Click on this, and now we have materials. So Maya, I'll use Maya material. So you can like Lambert is basically matte, completely matte. There is no shine, no gloss. And there's something called Fong. Fong is like really shiny. So usually we use Blinn or Fong. Most of the time games we use Fong because we can control it. Have more controllers basically. So you can use. See the deformation as well. If there is any pinch or any dent or anything, and applying this, and now I want to apply a checker. Checker I can use that 1 0 or black and white checker default. I can use that, but I can let me use the default one checker. Second option, you can see color. Click on this checker. So by default it's not visible. Reason texture is not visible on. So you have to press 6 from keyboard. Instantly you can see this have UV, this have UV, rest everything doesn't have UV. So you can see checkers are perfectly fine, and but I want to increase the tiling. So this arrow you can see whenever arrow, this box and arrow, it means something is assigned there or some input is already there linked to it. So click here, sample map or whatever diffuse map or any map is assigned. Next to that, place 2D texture. This is your tiling and UV and its network entire thing. So here you can see repeat UV, but make it like 20 by 20. So you can see my checkers, and there is my UV. I can switch off this texture. Just simply click on this, make it dull. Or if I want to switch off, I can completely switch off. So you traditionally like to like keep it like dull. So you can see unwrap is like clean and hue. And now I want to layout. You can see there's a shift right click layout UV option. Click on that, it will layout automatically. And plus inside that layout, if you go to this box setting, you have lots of options like what you want. You want to like pre-rotation, you want this define your map size, 2K, 1K, 512. You want to like rotate everything freely, stretch to the region. You want to flip it if anything is flipped. You want to reset it, it will reset automatically. Or like a pre-scale. Like suppose you have multiple UVs and different scaling. You want to fix it. Object wise you can fix, world scale wise you can fix, or you can click on none. You can choose to like not do anything. So object wise, applying. So it's like two elements. It's perfectly snapped already, and edge to edge everything. It makes your life like way easier and fix it. And suppose you want to straight think two things. Like suppose I have this one, that 3 plus 1. I want to make this thing straight. By default, you can see all these lines are perfectly straight only. Still, suppose I want to make this line also straight. So I'll select this, and newer version, you have a toolkit here. Lot of extra options which is not here, not there. So let it be. Select this, click. Oh, sorry. Like in old new version, edge mode, face mode, all these options work. But in older version, you have to like select that, control, right click, go to UV. You have to go to UV mode, then only it will work. Otherwise, it won't work. So let me see. Let's move it outside to UV. So I have selected this UV. So now I want to invert my selection, shift and drag. Right? UV mode, deselect everything, and shift and drag. It will deselect this one, select everything, rest of like invert only for that particular shell. Shift, then you can see you have this unfold UV option. If you click this, oh, it doesn't work. It doesn't work like this here. Okay, why they have changed so many things in this. So based on this straight line, rest of the UV will align automatically. So by this, it makes your life way easier to keep things straight because you can see everything in real time. And Maya viewport is like one of the best viewport. You can like assign normal texture and everything, and you can almost see the final output here without lighting, without rendering. So it's like viewport is very good. Uh, yeah, that's like this. You can see like super quickly. You can unwrap. Save it. This is something we'll do later. Like I'll explain later once we finish everything. We'll start unwrapping because like every day we're doing unwrapping. So I thought like let's tell you something new. Otherwise you'll get bored. So we can do this thing, and there is like for rendering. Like this is something I explain later. Like Maya by default now comes with Arnold. Max also comes with Arnold. Is super amazing, super fast. Like now, previously it was super slow. Now it's like this 2015 version is super slow rendering, but 2020, 21, 18 version is like pretty fast, and it like works really quickly and generate really good quality render. Like if you see ArtStation, most of the like realistic renders done in Arnold, model in Max and other software, but render it in Maya. Reason it's very fast and gives you very good quality output. And like Arnold materials are super flexible. You can modify it like anything and like according to yourself, like the way you want. So we'll see. Like we try to like finish it and render it out in maybe Marmoset or maybe Arnold. Arnold basically problem is Arnold is basically production renderer. The production render takes time, like time as in compiling everything, your network, your texture. It needs a lot of different maps, which is like gaming. In gaming, we don't use displacement, but in production we use displacement. For production, like we use specular and roughness both. Sometimes depending on the like what output we're looking for. Like especially like some painted stuff there will be like we'll be using this material called car paint, or maybe we basically have two layers of texture material. Upper layer is translucent, and inside there's a flaky texture. So we use those kind of stuff. So it's like bit tricky. We'll do it, and like we'll try. Like if we have enough time, then only. Otherwise, it's a time consuming process. So we'll see. We'll create something like this and finish everything.